Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a reading for Scorpio, and these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you. We are going to start with the recent past, where you're coming from, where your energy is departing from, so to speak, and then to where you are now, and to what the most likely outcome might be. These are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you. This is perfectly normal, and if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. You can always check some of the other readings and see if one of those, resonates with you, because you have other signs in your chart, and the message may be in one of the other signs. So that's perfectly okay. These are timeless readings. So what that means is that it can be anytime. You might identify with it immediately, like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I'm going through right now. Or it can be something like, nope, not feeling it. And that is also very okay. So what we're doing today is we're going to see, what does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio, this looks really nice, actually. Okay, don't worry about that one. Let's see, what else? What else does Scorpio need to know? You're going to go to a wedding, my friend. There's a wedding in your future, or some kind of religious event. It could be a baptism, or maybe even a bar mitzvah. I don't know. Some kind of religious thing. Of course, Easter is just right around the corner, so. Anyways. You're also manifesting, and you're manifesting quickly. So you might want to be careful with that. Well, not with the manifesting. Be careful with your thoughts. Remember, thoughts are words, words are power. So you want to keep your thoughts very positive. You want to keep your affirmations very positive. If you walk around saying, I can't pay my bills, well, guess what? The universe is going to make sure that you can't. So you want to make sure that you visualize that your bills are paid. Don't worry about how they get paid. Just visualize that they're paid, and the universe will bring the means to you. Okay? I keep telling my sister that, and she's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna change that. And then the other day she called me. She's like, Angie, it works. I kept seeing my electric bill paid, and they sent me a refund. And I'm like, the electric company sent you a refund? She's like, yeah, we overpaid. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. So anyway, stuff like that. So it does work. So keep that in mind, Scorpio. Sometimes we can be a little hard on ourselves, especially when we're in that, I'm not going to say poor me energy. It's more of a, I don't like myself today type energy, where everything, you're way too hard on yourself, you're way too critical of yourself, you're way too judgmental of yourself, and nobody else is seeing that but you. And I'm saying that because of this Nine of Swords. This is my card for depression, for anxiety, for insomnia, for not sleeping, for being in a bad place, which the other two cards definitely say no. You are waiting for something. That Two of Wands tells me that you're waiting for something. And did you recently get engaged? There's a lot of satisfaction going on, but at the same time, you're emotionally going through something weird. Okay, let's see. See, I'm telling you. You're in the dark about the dark about a fire sign. Scorpio. Okay, one more card. One more card. This fire sign is not a stranger to you. Not a stranger to you. But there's something going on with that person. You're in the dark about something about this person. Maybe, I mean, you know them. And you know them for a long, long time. But you don't really know them. They're keeping you in the dark about something. But that's going to change. I don't have a communications per se card. Let's see, what's the bottom of the deck? Okay, Scorpio. Putting the cards down because we're not clarifying today. Well, the general energy of the reading is actually one of peaceful contemplation and searching within. This earth sign, no, this is a fire sign. So the person that you're dealing with is a fire sign. There's a lot you don't know about this person, and that is making you feel like pouty is the word that comes to mind. You feel like this person doesn't want to tell you, doesn't want to communicate with you, and that's not it. This person is very, even though he's a fire sign or she's a fire sign, it is a fire sign. It's not very communicative. It doesn't talk about him itself. But I get that their feet, even for fire sign, this is amazing. Their feet are very well planted on the ground. They're very level-headed. They're very communicative in other ways. They just don't like talking about themselves, which tells me it's not a Sagittarius. Because Sagittarius are very open about how they feel, what they like, what they dislike. They're very social. They're very engaging. They like doing things and going places and, you know, being the center of attention sometimes. Sometimes it's not so much, but yeah. So anyway, this one's more like a Virgo energy. I'm picking up a Virgo energy. And very intelligent, very this person knows how to commit to things. And you're in an energy, you're coming out of an energy where you want commitment. You want marriage. You want satisfaction. You want everything that goes with what society used to deem as what people should do in order to be, you know, doing what you're supposed to do. You know, back in the 60s, you were supposed to be married, have children, you know, everything. But you're not looking at that old-fashioned way of being. You want that companionship of having a partner. You want somebody to come home to other than a cat or a dog, which is not a problem for you. It's just you want that next step. And it makes you moody. I'm going to say it makes you moody and pouty because your person's not there yet. Now, that doesn't mean they won't get there. It's just they need to tell you something first. And you need to work on your emotional side because you're not sleeping, Scorpio. And that makes for a grumpy person. When people don't get enough sleep, everything else goes south. Your blood sugar levels rise if you're diabetic. You can't concentrate well at work because you're lacking sleep. You really need to get your sleep under control. You may have to start with a routine. You may have to establish a routine. You may have to do a little meditation to get yourself calmed down, because the Hermit is telling me that you need that quiet space within you. You're looking for the light. You need that quiet place within you where you can relax, make your mind stop rambling, because our minds do that sometimes, especially when we have a lot on them. Your energy has been moving very quickly, so there's a lot going on around you, too much going on around you, and you're putting very high stakes for yourself. I'm not saying lowering them. That's not necessarily what I'm saying, because you can handle it. You've got the Nine of Cups. So emotionally, physically, mentally, you can do this. You've got the mental card, you've got the artistic physical card, and you've got the emotional card all together. So you can do this. And you are waiting for something. But you're also manifesting. So make sure that you keep your words good, is what I'm getting. And I also have this song dancing in my head. I think we're alone now. If that means anything to you, by all means, let me know in the comments. And there is something that your person's not telling you. They're not ready. So just be patient, okay? I know that this can be difficult sometimes, Scorpio, because Scorpios can be very black and white. It's like you do it or you don't, and then you walk away. And once a Scorpio walks away, there's no coming back. So you might want to be careful with that. Listen to your heart. Make sure that you give this individual time to express themselves in a way that they feel comfortable. Because not everybody can just say what they're thinking. Some people are very reserved and they prefer to keep things to themselves. And this individual that you're it's a fire sign, which usually fire signs, like they say, they have no quarrels as far as, speaking their mind and saying what needs to be said. But this one in particular must have like a earth sign that's very strong, because this person tends to be more of an earthy energy than a fire energy. They don't do things quickly. They don't jump off of bridges. They don't just open windows and, oh, dust came in, smoke came in, whatever. No, they don't do that. They, it's like, what's the weather going to be before I decide to plan this picnic? Is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? Is it going to be too hot or too cold or to this or to that? They do have a tendency to go to the what ifs. So this might be something that's keeping them from telling you what you need to hear or what you think you need to hear. The reason why I say that you think you need to hear is because of the Four of Cups. You're being very emotional right now. Very, very emotional. And that being so emotional is also is what's standing in your way of sleeping. Um, yeah, well, things are going to look up, and this person does care about you. This is what you need to understand. This could be your person, but you have to be patient, and you have to allow that person to come to you, and it's in his or her own time. Okay? Because they do think the world of you, and they do care about you. So you need to be able to allow them to come to you when they are ready. Be patient. Okay? Okay, Scorpio, well, this is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, well, like and subscribe. If you didn't, we'll do that too. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.